Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games here with the net part 4 of the Napoleon Total War campaign, playing as Napoleon, surprisingly enough. We've so far been making progress in the east, taking Cleves Mark and Henson Castle, holding our gains against a large rebel army. There's even this weakened army, which I think is this week, which is right here, right now. What's left of it, at least. Now we need to take some time for this army to desperately get replenished hopefully before our next battle. Meanwhile, in the west, due to our own mistakes and underestimating just how powerful enemy Cav is, Paris itself is now under threat. So what I'm desperately trying to do is I'm trying to gather armies. We have to be careful because the Netherlands also is an enemy. So we need to make sure we have armies being replenished, being recruited in both sectors. I desperately need cannons and everything of that nature. I'm going to enlist a general. Reason why I'm going to enlist a general is because there at least will be a cav unit that I can use. So hopefully, I'd rather not have that. It's mentioned, so I do like that. Plus morale into battles. Well, I think this is himself, and this is like his army, I think. So let's do this. I could be mistaken. Born to Fight versus... I do like morale. It's good. Let's do Born to Fight. Jean-Baptiste Kleber is going to be our new general in the west. Hopefully he can stave the tide that is the enemy. In the meantime, I'm also going to try and desperately recruit troops in the west. I guess I'll have to do it to basically hold this entire western region while the majority of our army is currently in the east, desperately trying to defeat our enemies to the west. I'm very much worried about Alsace-Lorraine. It's not a very big army there, and we need cannons. Desperately need cannons. Let's see. I kind of want to get this elite army here. Even though it's expensive to get to maintain them, I think having this elite army will be valuable to try and defend Paris against the enemy attacks. It's unfortunate that we lost our cannons, but hopefully we'll be able to recruit another cannons. We'll see how things pan out. We're not going to have very much money left after recruiting these armies. So looks like we're under attack again. Looks like we do have the definite advantage here, but I'm going to fight it myself. I don't want to risk my units dying. Oops, sorry. Even though the auto resolve. God dang, hiccups, man. I want to reduce losses as much as possible. One second. I'm going to get some water and hopefully that will fix this problem I'm having. Okay. We should be good. Hopefully good. The Battle of Kassel in 1792. We've already defeated this army once when it's infinitely stronger. So I'm not too concerned about winning, being able to win this battle. I'm mostly concerned about the enemy being able to cause many losses, slowing down our advance. Let's see, the Hessian revolutionaries. That's what they look like. Alright. So, we have some wounded troops. I'm going to try and be careful with those guys. I think what we're just going to do is we're going to do basically what we did oh, no, actually, they're attacking slightly different angle, I think. I think they were they attacked from this direction before, now they're attacking from this one. So it looks like we'll need more points of defense here. Let's see. Where can I potentially put my cannons? I would definitely like to put them in a place where they can be useful. See, this is a decently commanding field of a respectable portion of the battlefield. Though I don't want a cannon stuck behind a building. This will at least allow them to basically dominate this side of the battlefield. Let's see, I want to use the other one then on this side of the battlefield, if possible. So basically, we have a cannons for the east and the west. Let's use our line infantry, or healthier line infantry preferably. and start getting them into position in between the buildings. I want to make sure that we're not too close to the cannons, because we can't really get much lower than them. So we're going to push out a little bit further ahead. Let's use the smaller units to hold the little small choke points here. And I'm going to give these guys the trenches to help them hold the line here against the enemy. And over here, as for this flank, I'm going to put this guy back slightly behind these guys and give them instead a anti-cav defense, because I suspect the enemy cav is going to be a bit of an issue. And what I'm also going to do here is I'm actually going to put this guy up front, put in a little bit of a cav defense. That way, and then I'm going to retreat them back to a safer position. Get this line infantry to hold in the west here. I kind of want to make sure he's useful for the whole battle, but I also want to be on the safe side. So let's put in cow defense there, because I'm not actually expecting too much to be going on there, at least not right now. Now let's put these guys here. Where's the weakened one? Let's put these guys here with the cav defenses. Then we can retreat them back afterwards. Where's the militia? Can put these guys, use these guys to put in anti-cav defenses here, and then fall them back afterwards. Let's see, what's the remaining situation? We have 2 dragoons. I'm going to keep these guys on the right flank here. They have that same problem, I didn't realize. I have to keep that in mind. Basically keep our cav group there. And these guys, I think, would be probably best on this flank in the woods, using light infantry behavior, because they can't do any defenses and stuff like that. And the enemy doesn't, I don't think, has any remaining artillery, do they? I think we wiped them all out. No, they have 1 cannon with 3 things left out of everything here. There's something weird with my sound settings here. I feel like I should be hearing the game a little bit more, but oh well, I don't really know what's going on. Definitely none. Oh well, we'll worry about that some other time. There's one time, if you guys heard, that we've actually heard the gunshots going off and the units moving around. So we have our guys currently firing. See how many guns are actually shooting. They claim they're firing, but I don't see anything going on. No, wait, no, these guys are firing. Something tells me that my cannons might not... Oh, I completely forgot to fall these guys back. That way they're not as big of a target as they are right now. And keep these guys back because they're a little on the weaker side of things. Fly, you fools. Don't walk. Run. The enemy's slowly advancing. I'm going to speed things up that way. That way we get into the thick of things a little faster. I'm going to give these guys the opportunity to skirmish back if needed. So I see the enemy cav. Let me start go back to play here. I'm going to start getting my dragoons ready. The music's actually a little loud for some reason. Maybe if I turn up the master volume but turn down the music. Oh, that's why. I just realized the problem. There we go. Now I actually need to reduce the sound of the effects volume slightly. There we go. Now we can hear the gunfire. I'm gonna follow these guys back. The enemies kind of got right on top of them, so I want to make sure they're safe. Fall back, my light infantry boys. Let's see what's going on over here. I don't see enemy cav going in. Oh, these guys still have not fallen back. I didn't order them yet to fall back because I kind of forgot about them existing, if I'm being entirely honest. Maybe these guys have a very defensible position now. Alright, so these guys are good to go. These guys are actually, for some reason, like, have shown their flank to us. Not their best decision, but I mean, I'm not going to complain when my enemy messes up spectacularly, you know? I'm going to order you guys to run up to get a better shooting position. See, I'm going to wipe those guys out with my cav. Got some cav there. I'm going to position him up here. Let's see. This flank's holding just fine. Thanks to our anti-cav measures, at least. I'm going to move these guys up here. Enemy cavs incoming. Alright, we're moving our dragoons up as fast as we can to re-engage these guys if they choose to charge my militia. But so far, they seem to be a little bit stumped by our spikes, which is perfect for us. Bad for them, though. That guy actually jumped over it. They shatter, charging right into the spikes. Exactly what I was hoping would happen. These guys, meanwhile, get whipped. Oop, I may have killed one of my own cav right there. Oops. I should be a little bit more careful. Yeah, this flank's so far holding just fine. I'm actually going to adjust this unit a bit more because the enemy, the current enemy, might be coming from a little bit more at an angle than that. Over here. Now let's assist our heavy cav against the Hussar. And I don't know exactly if the Hussar are strong or not, but they're definitely a problem. Charge!
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Yes, I could tell. I ordered him to attack. That's why he's under attack in the first place. I'm ordering my own cav to countercharge him to stop them from just wiping out my light infantry. They got in a little bit and still did some damage, but they're broken now. I blunted their charge, but they still got five. They still killed 5 of my light infantry. The power of cav, indeed. Let's wipe those guys out. I'm gonna order this guy to attack the enemy cannon emplacement in hopes to just wipe it out. I'm gonna start moving my horsemen a little bit over here in preparation to potentially kill off the enemy here, though. I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful because the enemy cap is moving up. I wonder what's going on here. They're changing their position. These guys aren't close enough to actually assist, so I'm going to bring the militia up a little bit further. Well, the cannons are perfectly capable of firing in this direction, which is good. I was worried that they wouldn't be able to do much, but apparently I did not need to fret about that. Napoleon's cav charge is able to break.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Alright, the cav there has wiped out the enemy cannons. We re-engage them over here. We've basically won the left flank, so now we just need to worry about the right flank here. I'm gonna start churning these guys in. Enemy general has been killed. Perfect. Napoleon's doing a very good job, but our I'm gonna reposition these guys now that I know I don't need to worry about anybody over here. I'm reordering my calf to basically finish off these guys. Charged in, routing and broken. I'm gonna order these guys to stop firing. That way they don't kill my own units. That'd be a bit of a problem. I'll order the weakened of the two to keep... Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that flank has completely been dealt with, and these guys are breaking soon, too. These line infantry actually took a bit of a beating this battle. I mean, wait, why are they suddenly have their backs to the enemy? Why do you do this to yourself? Is this like part of light infantry behavior? Turn your back to the enemy, guys. They won't know what's going on if we do that. Alright, we'll send our cav out to chase what remains of the enemy. This will hopefully stop the entire the end of enemy resistance to our rule, basically. This cav force over here. Meanwhile, I'm going to order, well, if it can reach at least, to try and... Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wipe out any of the remaining the rebellion, you guys. And in the hopes that by doing so, this army is going to be completely gone, and I won't have to worry about it, and my army can actually replenish in peace. I don't think... let's see, these guys did lose about 16 troops here in this battle, even with their defensive position.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
These guys lost nothing. These guys were actually not really touched at all in the battle. Alright, looks like the last one right there is being chased out. That's kind of weird. They just mysteriously disappeared. The battle's not over yet. Very suspicious, I think. Very suspicious indeed. There's only like 4 guys here. I don't really think it's worth chasing them all down like that. A close victory. The battle was never in doubt. I would not call that a close victory at all. Spy network has been established. Apparently. Oh, I completely forgot that we had that spy. So there's basically no enemy army in Hanover. So it should kind of fall pretty easily to us when we send our army there. But it's going to take a few turns before this army is able to really do much of anything. I'm going to start replenishing some of my buildings here that have been damaged. Hopefully that will help a little bit when it comes to the situation overall. I wish I could afford some artillery, but I can't. But I can recruit some cav, which will be good to do. We have Lancer cav, Light cav. Looks like only thing we can recruit is currently Light cav. Probably not the end of the world. Let's see what they can do. Good melee. Oh, actually it says right here. Melee. Let's see which one has the best melee defense and attack. So far these the legions are so far looking like they're the best, but I'm currently looking through the SARs are pretty close, and they're a little bit cheaper. That's not a bad thing. Well, actually these guys are the best, but they're the most expensive. Well, I guess they are the elites. How much more expensive are they? About 60 more each. I guess we can't really afford to skimp out, can we? When it comes to our capital being in danger. Alright, let's recruit these weaker dudes, I guess. These guys only have like 1 morale. Like, why are they so cowardly? I think we're just gonna have to end turn. Not really able to do anything right now besides just hope for the best. Cleves has about garrison of 4. Holland's at war with us, but they have not yet made an actual attack against us, though I do have an army somewhere. I'm pretty sure Southern Netherlands used to actually have a decently sized army, and there's unfortunately nothing I can do to make war on them. It's a bit distracted with the war in the East right now, and I don't really know how to make these people happy. What's my research looking like? Oh, apparently I have been neglecting research. Let's see, can I make anything that makes people happy? Oh, I do like the reduction of upkeep cost. Let's go for national debt. Because we can't just invest in military matters, or else we're going to start falling behind in the long term. Though if you have too weak of a military, then you're just going to die. So it's kind of a balancing act. It looks like the remains of the enemy army is attacking again. I'm just going to auto-resolve it. I only lost 30. I was like, oh my god, I didn't really lose 260 troops? No, I only lost 38. I'm like, oh, thank goodness there. Workers are on strike, but now it looks like the rebellion's been put down, the commoners seem to have calmed down slightly, which is a good thing. Though we can't really afford anything else right now. We kind of have the best kind of army we're going to get to hold Paris. But we can't really go on the offensive anywhere. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this unit. They're just a waste of space considering how much they're just likely to just run away with only 5 morale. Like, damn, kind of a situation. Take more these nice, cheap militia units. You know, maybe I should just try and attack Brussels. If I can get rid of them as a potential threat, I can actually not need to have an army in Champagne to try and hold it. I got a gentleman. Can you scout Amsterdam for me? I know you're not a spy per se, but you're better than having absolutely nothing. This college, is there like a riot there or something? I thought I fixed it. I guess not. We now have the diamond formation replenished. There was a riot, which damaged my college that I just fixed. Oh no, maybe I didn't fix it. Never mind then. Okay, I thought I had fixed it, but I guess not. Let's see, is there anything that apparently... I mean, active intelligence looks like it's going to be pretty good to start investing in. So you have fire in advance. I do like fire in advance, but let's see... I do like the replenishment rate. The thing I'm concerned about the most is trying to reduce upkeep costs. This one would make them all better, but increase their upkeep, which is not good for the short term, at least. I should start also building up the Carcelam. Once, if I can I afford to replenish this, build this yet? No, it's 800. Alright, when I'm able to get this one fixed, I plan to start having this one do industrial. I need to make sure the lower classes are happy. So probably what I'm gonna do is the loom. Wait, actually, is there a difference? Lower classes. Reduces administration. We're probably gonna go for the Carcel lamp first, I'm thinking, because it gives me some more money, though. It looks like overall industrialization actually makes people unhappy. Bit inconvenient. You'd think I'm making your lives easier with industrialization would be a good thing, but apparently they don't like it. The Republic Francoise people, the royalists, are causing some problems in the West. I don't know how... Let's see how big that army is. One thing that's kind of nice is the fact that they did take it might mean that another rebel army... You people are just relentless. It's a full stack too. Damn, I was really hoping to fix up that church too. So what's this army looking like? I wish I could take it, but I know there's going to be armed citizenry. Let's see. Looks like they sent their entire army out over here. They do have artillery. I can't afford to get any artillery right now. I'll have to wait. This is definitely an awkward situation to be in right now. I could just give up the settlement if I wanted to and fall back and try, but I feel like falling back actually would be more of an inconvenience than just holding where I am. Because at this point, at least we'll focus all the enemy attention either to Hessen Castle or to Alsace-Lorraine. I wonder why Hessen Castle is so unhappy, but everyone else is actually happy. Oh, this 6-pounder is pretty cheap. I'm very much interested in cheap stuff right now. I need to be able to keep my entire faction alive. So we have some elite infantry, we have some militias, we have 1 unit of cav, 2 units of cav, 1 general, 1 not general. Hopefully that'll at least allow me to deal with the enemy. Light cav is so expensive. So is there any more militia I can recruit? I know militias aren't the best units, but they're at least apparently, but they're not too expensive to maintain. See, there's 2 kinds of militia. One's better than the other one. I think it's this one's the better one. I think that means I just that was the last one I'm able to recruit. Okay, so we'll have a lot more infantry over here, while it'll be mostly militia, while the enemy actually has a lot as fusiliers. Fusiliers I've seen so far have not really impressed me at all with their ability to hold the line. So I'm confident in victory within my current army, even though I don't have artillery. Looks like they're going to destroy that town, costing me some income. But if I'm hoping they attack Paris, which is one reason I kind of don't want to attack them. But on the other hand, if they don't attack Paris and they go south, that'll just mean there's an army in my belly. So now this battle is going to be hard. Our men are wounded. This damn rebel army is such an inconvenience. I don't want to lose Napoleon like this, but we're going to have to hope for the best here. Like, I'm surprised about how how these rebel armies are more of a threat than the actual official military was. Especially because how fast they can just keep popping up. Okay, so we're just gonna see where they're attacking from and try and hold as best we can. We could use this building as one of our flanks and try and hold and use this as our left flank and try to hold like this. I'm thinking that might be the best idea. So how many can this hold? 202. So, but first, and I don't want to immediately just have everyone in the building, because I want to be able to do with the enemy cav. So I think I'm going to do is, so if we're going to have this as our line of defense against the enemy, this one's also going to have to be part of the defensive line. So anybody we don't want in there is going to be, so let's see. Okay, so well, there's a chance they might even go this way, so I'm actually thinking maybe not of actually including this part of my line of defense. So I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thing of militia over here. While it's one of my healthier units, it's also technically one of my weaker units. So that's kind of why I'm reluctant to try and rely on it too much. Let's see, actually, right here. This honestly is the best place to put my cannons, so I'm going to try and defend a little bit below it. Now I'm trying to think of the best place a very healthy unit can hold without actually putting itself too much in danger. Like, some of these choke points are actually kind of a bad thing for it. Maybe if I put my militia here, that's probably the longest line of defense there. Or, let's see. Alright, so let's figure out where our cannons are going to go. So I definitely want my cannons to be like this. Let's unlimber them. Honestly, putting this, see, something like this will give them good fire almost for the entire battle, and they're a little bit of a raised. Can I put them back a little bit? Or are they kind of just right where they're going to be, and there's nothing I can do to change it? I think they're where they're going to be, and nothing I can do to change it. Okay, then that's the best we're going to get out of it. I like how you agreed with me. So I think I'm going to actually put my militia instead right there. I'm going to put it over here. Let's see, how long does this go for? And basically trust them with this flank over here. Use my weaker but stronger troops to try and hold the main lines here. And what I think I'm going to do as well is do basically what I did last time. Use some troops that I don't actually want to hold the defenses. Have them set up some anti-cav defenses in front. Assuming I have the spare space, of course. There's a chance I don't actually have the space to spare to do that. This one's also an extremely healthy unit and be very beneficial to have hold the line on one of my flanks. So I think maybe putting him right here is not a bad thing. Whoa, this thing's very long. Okay then. This is definitely not bad. Not bad at all. So we have a line infantry here. I'm going to try having him, because these guys are also pretty, put these guys here and fall them back afterwards. To help try and, you know, dissuade enemy cav from getting too involved and then retreat them back. You guys, I want you guys holding this flank. Put that there. The cav force, the dragoons are decently healthy. They're not too poorly off. Definitely don't want to get rid of them at all. So I'm trying to find a good place to hold them while we wait for the battle. I'm gonna put these two actually like right here. And you'll be basically the cannons for this flank. I'm gonna put these guys once again near the tree line here, in the hopes that I'm able to hold there. And when these guys fall back, I think I'm gonna retreat them into the building, or at least try to hold this flank, because this flank's kind of undermanned right now. Actually, look at that. Convenient indeed. But you guys here, put up the cav defenses. That way the Cavs are forced to flank us, and then we can follow them back. Nick use those trees and be prepared to skirmish mode. Keep those guys right there. You guys are good there. I'm gonna make it so you just, you know, manually melee fire. I pulled this one's back slightly, or is that probably what's all it's gonna go, isn't it? Hopefully we should be fine so long as they don't charge into melee with us. Alright, let's start the battle. We're gonna fall this guy back here. I'm gonna pull these guys back here. I'm gonna have them run to their new defensive positions because I don't want them out in the open if I can help it. The bright side is that the enemy is almost entirely Fusiliers, which we have seen are very susceptible to my cav charge, and enemy cav charges too. One of the downsides that we have going on right now is the fact that the enemy does have superior amounts of artillery. And we don't really have a way to deal with that. It looks like artillery are actually dueling with the enemy artillery. Let's see, enemy Fusiliers. I think the best thing to do is to try and flank with our dragoons. To try and weaken the enemy. I don't think we're really going to get any good shots over there, so I'm going to start ordering these guys to fire here. I have no problem with them actually taking out the enemy cav force. I'm going to leave them to do that for now, at least. The sheer amount of enemies over on this flank is definitely a concern, though. So if having these guys in the building, I'm gonna have to order these guys to actually run over here. Not like 3-man, but something like that would probably be good enough. Looks like none of our infantry have died yet. Yeah, we're abandoning the farmhouse to try and make sure that our left flank doesn't get beaten. Enemy cav there. Did we actually hit another one of these guys? We did hit another one of them. But not enough to to make it so these guys aren't being manned. But this... Ooh. That was a loud noise right there. So I think we're going to fast forward it slightly, because it does look like we're kind of at a holding pattern right now. So we're just going to start fast forwarding it, keeping an eye on the situation. I believe I'm still blasting over here, right? Yeah, these guys are getting slowly blasted. And so I started blasting. See, there's actually kind of a hill here. It's probably why it's actually not taking too much damage, is because of that hill. The enemy flanks is actually moving in on this side here. Oh, we took out one of the enemy 6-pounders over there. Perfect. Not even, I think, the intentional target either. I guess trying to fire back there was a better idea. We're not really getting many kills there per shot. Oh, one of the cannons just got routed. That was... that one got kind of obliterated. Perfect, I would say. Let's see, is the enemy charging? Let's see, which flank is this guy? This next one's is breaking. No, that's the same one that's already broken, I think, actually. The enemy is close enough that we need to worry about them. We gotta help him out. Use their own cav to save our light infantry. I'll keep falling back, actually. Use my dragoons to keep up the charge. Start putting up the beautiful canister shots. Oh, there's another enemy. There's another unit right there. I didn't even realize that. Canister shot into them is going super well so far. The enemy cav is trying to beat up my cav. I'm actually going to fall back my cav if possible. That way we can get some nice shots into the enemy, if possible. There we go. This is...
Sir, our general is under attack.
I could tell he's under attack. I ordered him to attack. I had our dragoons back. They did make so they probably took a little bit more damage than they needed to, but I wanted to do it to try and get some nice firing support into the enemy cav, because I know my guys were getting a little outnumbered there. The enemy cav is broken, so I'm gonna fall my guys back now out of the line of fire. Situation's definitely looking favorable to us over here. So I'm gonna go with cancer shot and start firing into that nice blob over there. I'm gonna start walking them places. What's going on over here with you guys? I'm gonna order my general over here, though. Have the heavy cav charge into the fusiliers over there. I'm gonna order my general to fall back now. I don't know how fast my general's bodyguard is, but I'm hoping it's fast enough. Okay, so far so good on that flank. What's going on over here? Let's start walking these guys over here. Yeah, these guys have started breaking, so let's start running them over here. Let's just take out the enemy guns while we're here. Napoleon, how are you looking? Looks like guys you're fighting broke, so that's good. Let's fall him back because he's getting kind of shot at right now. Alright, that's the last of the enemy artillery, I think, wiped out. Or at least they're broken, not completely wiped out, I should say. Alright, what's going on over here? Let's keep chasing them off the field of battle. Okay, Napoleon's not dead, so that's good. Our heavy cav is doing a good job. What's going on here? So, yeah, they're getting... That one's been broken. Let's see, do I have a good shot on that cav? Perfect! Some cancer shot into their butt will hopefully allow them to change their mind about trying to make war on me. Let's finish them off there. Where's my other dragoon boys? They're doing a good job chasing. Doing a very good job indeed, I'd say. Alright. Honestly, I love the little smoke effects, even though it makes it a little harder to see the battle. You know, it just adds a little bit more to the atmosphere of these fights. It's been, I think, probably 3 weeks since I've had the time to play this game because I've been so busy with other things.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I think we're slightly winning, but our guys have now been surrounded, so we need to provide some assistance to him as fast as we can. We do thankfully have some units nearby that we can use to help. See, what's the situation on our immediate front? It looks like we can now change these guys back to round shot and start firing into the enemy who are trying to recover. I'm surprised that our guy is holding so well, considering he's quite outnumbered. See, how's it going over here? Those guys have been whipped. We need to go save our heavy calf from being surrounded. Well, they already are surrounded, but from
The men are fatigued, sir.
running
and must
away
rest a
and
while.
dying, I should say, while being surrounded. We'll just leave our cannons for now to deal with these fusiliers. These dragoons are doing a good job beating up these guys, though. They made the mistake of returning to the battlefield. Our poor heavy cav, man. We need to support them as fast as we can. F. Let's get them trying to get to
Our men
melee
are
there.
running, sir.
Our heavy cav have finally broken. I mean, I'm not too surprised there considering how outnumbered they were, but they were impressive holding out that long. Now I just wish I didn't invest my general into this battle. Let's see. I need to start bringing up some of my melee, my infantry up into this fight. Okay, those guys broke under the charge. Napoleon win this battle. You still have many years of life left. You can't afford to die in this battle against these damn rebels. Alright, these dragoons are finished with them. I'm going to try and send these guys to support over here. Mostly because I'm very, very worried about the enemy who's not broken compared to the enemy who is broken. Oh, perfect. They won. I'm going to fall back young Napoleon then to the safety of our lines. Enemy general has been killed. Perfect. I think there's only one enemy unit left alive. I think everything else is routed. Let's see, can we spot Napoleon? Yeah, that's Napoleon, I'm assuming. Right there. The middle even. No, they have the same hat. It's hard to tell. I don't know which one's Napoleon, but they didn't tell me my general is dead, so he must still be alive somewhere.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Perfect. So what enemy is left? There we go. I was about to say, what enemy could possibly be left alive at this point? And it turns out I was right. They all have routed. I'll actually stop this one firing because it might actually kill my own cav now.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I'm going to just speed up slightly, try and kill as many as possible, because the sooner, more I kill now, the less I have to deal with when they inevitably attack me again. As you guys have already seen. Thankfully, I'll get some replenishment. Well, they should not get any replenishment in between battles. Our dragoons are have definitely paid for them themselves, and so did our heavy cavalry. It's a little unfortunate that they've died. Well, they might hopefully have enough left before, so they don't get completely wiped out. But you know, quite likely that I'll lose them all. Alright, I don't think there's any other enemies left that I can really get to. Well, victory is ours. I was definitely a little bit worried about that. About considering how weakened my troops are and how fresh those guys looked. But victory's ours, but they're gonna destroy my mine, aren't they? How rude. Apparently, this game thinks I'm going to lose this battle if I auto-resolve it. Let's see, what time is it? It's 51 minutes in. I think it's going to have to be the end of the episode. Oh, we did lose our heavy cav. That's actually a pretty big loss there. They're a very powerful unit. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to end this episode here, guys. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, press the like button down below, or Rumble if you're on Rumble. Subscribe to see more of my content. Feel free to comment down below. If you're on YouTube or Rumble, I try to reply to your comments, assuming it's applicable. On BitChute, sorry guys, I don't really see your comments, because there's so many videos, I don't have the time to look at them all. But, take care everybody. Bye.